So week one of the NFL season is in the books. Hey guys, your boy here, TheChrisPhoenix. And like I just said, week one of the NFL season is in the books. I believe my record was 11-5. And you know what? That's not bad for week one. And here's the reason why I say that. Because every season is usually different. You get the NFL can be very unpredictable, as we saw a little bit of some of the games last week. Some of the games were predictable, quite a few. Some of them not so much. But overall, I think I did a decent job, 11-5. So, ladies and gentlemen, why basically, you know, take forever here? So, or stall. Let's take week two into the 2016/17 NFL season. Started with Thursday night football game between the New York Football Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Both teams are entering 0-1. Something's got to give. And you know, I know last week's Thursday night football game was cool, fun, exciting. This might be like, I'm not gonna say it's probably gonna be a bad football game, but let's just say there's more exciting matchups when it comes to prime time. The Bills didn't look great against the Ravens last week. The Ravens D is good, but not great. So it just tells you how bad the Bills offense looks. The Jets offense, at least they got something. So I'm going to go with the Jets, the Jets, to win the first game of the season. Then we move on to the Sunday games between the AFC North, pardon me. Divisional matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and Pittsburgh take on the Steelers. Should be a good, entertaining game. The Steelers just beat the holy hell out of the Redskins on Monday Night Football when embarrassing. Honestly, if you're either a Rams or a Redskins fan after watching Monday Night Football, whew, what a season you're gonna have. But Steelers and Bengals. Steelers, like I said, had a beat down on the Redskins. The Bengals got it close with the Jets, surprisingly enough. But both teams, probably going with the Steelers. I think the Steelers, to me, are the second best team in the AFC. I mean, it's just plain simple. They got all the weapons on offense. D'Angelo Williams is like a beast. It's funny too because D'Angelo Williams seems like he's really good just by himself, but you put him with Le'Veon Bell, he doesn't really do much. But Le'Veon Bell is just really good, obviously. So, but he's suspended for a couple more games. So I still pick the Steelers, though. That being said, next we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Oh my God. The Browns made Carson Wentz look like an MVP quarterback. That's pathetic in my opinion, especially in your first rookie game. The Ravens actually did rather well. I picked against them last week, but I'm not going to make the same mistake this week. I'm going to pick the Ravens. Next, you have the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? And how about Terrence Williams not going out of bounds? What an idiot. Going to Washington take on the Redskins should be an interesting game. I can see some people saying, no, the Cowboys are going to blow them out. And I'm like, no, probably going to get a 3-point game or maybe a little less, But should be a fun game. I think the Cowboys should, keyword should, win this game. Because the Redskins having a rushing attack. Nice joke, bro. Next to the Tennessee Titans at Detroit take on the Lions. The Titans really disappointed me. I mean, last week they faced Sean Hill and they could not beat Sean Hill. What the hell? The Lions, they had a duel with the freaking caveman Andrew Luck last week and got the victory because, their defense was just a tad bit better than Indy's. But nonetheless, I'm going to go with Detroit. Marcus Mariota, you're really disappointing me, man. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs going to Houston, take on the Texans. Should be a pretty good defensive football game. Would not be surprised if the final score is maybe somewhere between 17 to 13 maybe. Should be a tough game, tough physical game too. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I know the Texans did amazing last week. Then again, they took on the Bears, who, LOL, let's not score in the second half. You know what I mean? So, I'm with the Chiefs. Next, got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Patriots, and as I mentioned on Sunday night, how about them Patriots? No Gronk, no Tom Brady, yet still pull up the upset in Arizona. And now taking on a Dolphins team, which I feel like every year, particularly in the beginning of the year, everyone overrates the Dolphins. Oh, this is going to be the year of the Dolphins. Oh, the Dolphins are going to have a great defense. Oh, the Dolphins are going to do things. Listen, they took on, I know they went pound to pound with the Seahawks last week in Seattle, and that's no easy task by any stretch of the imagination. But I just felt like, okay, They were facing a team with not much on offense. I know Russell Wilson's a good quarterback, but look who he has to throw to. Yeah, look who's behind him to run the football. You compare that to what the Patriots have. Yes, obviously Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Jimmy G. I'm not going to be like the delusional Patriot fans and say, oh, Jimmy G's the best quarterback in the NFL. But, especially after one start. But, the Patriots still, to me, had better offensive weapons, both rushing and receiving, especially if Gronk can play this game. So, nonetheless, I picked the Patriots. Next, you got the New Orleans Saints going to New York. They go on the G-Men. The Saints almost got the Giants. Almost got the Raiders last week. Fell a little short. And the Giants, well, let's just say they're thanking the football gods for Terrence Brown being an idiot. But nonetheless, I'm going to go with the Giants. I believe the woman beater, Josh Brown, is off suspension off this. Yes, congratulations, Giants fans. You got yourself your wife beater now back as your kicker. Congratulations. Now Giants fans are going to go after me and say, oh, we beat you twice in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that was what, like 5 years ago? Anyways, then you got the 49ers take on the Panthers. Oh, my God. Blaine Gabbert, man. He didn't look good, but he didn't look bad, and then Carlos Hyde just ran over the Rams defense. That's just pathetic. But I don't think they're going to be running over the Panthers defense, even though C.J. Anderson did have a good game against the same Panthers team just last Thursday, actually. But I still think the Panthers will win this game. I mean, you're not going to tell me the 49ers are going to start the season 2-0 and the Panthers are going to start 0-2. That's going to be... That's when you start thinking of the panic button already for the Panthers, because there's something wrong if the 49ers win this game. Next, you have the Seahawks at Los Angeles taking on the Rams. The first home game in Los Angeles for the Rams in 20-plus years. And Jared Goff is still not starting from what I can tell. Case Keenum against that Seahawks defense. That's going to be amazing. If you're in fantasy and you don't have the Seattle defense and it's available, freaking pick them up as fast as freaking possible. This team sucks on offense, and they might be overrated on defense. So, Seahawks, yes. And then you go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Cardinals. This is a tough game to pick, actually, surprisingly enough. The Buccaneers, actually, to me, have a better team than the Patriots as of right now, due to the Patriots having some suspensions and injury problems. And the Patriots went to Arizona to beat. Now you say, oh, Bill Belichick versus I forgot what his name, but the rookie head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously there's no comparison, but I don't know. I mean, the Cardinals, they look decent on offense, but not great. Again, preseason they struggled that way, and defensively they looked all right, but not great. So it might be difficult, but I'm gonna go with the safe pick here. I'll pick the Cardinals. However, there is a possible upset alert here, and possibly the Buccaneers, and I mean that serious, because the Buccaneers seem like they got something good in Tampa for the first time in like forever. Then we move on to Atlanta and Oakland. Falcons defense is just horrifically bad. That's all I gotta say. Raiders actually show some fight. Jack Del Rio is awesome for trolling ESPN, so I'm going with the Raiders. Raiders. Next, you have the Colts in Denver take on the Broncos. Listen, I'm not sold on Trevor Siemian as some people might be. I still think he's an average quarterback. Again, it was his first start, so I'm not going to, slam him to death, per se. And they got a good running game with C.J. Anderson. Their defense, not as great as we all thought it would. They lost several pieces, but they still look good. The Colts, it's just Andrew Luck. All right, Andrew Luck gets injured. This team is going to have a hard time finding a way to win games. So, Broncos. Then you move on to Jacksonville at San Diego. Keenan Allen's out for the season. God damn it, why the hell did I draft you in fantasy? The Jacksonville Jaguars, they hung in there surprisingly enough with the Green Bay Packers. That actually surprised me. And I think the Jacksonville Jaguars get the win here. So, Jacksonville. And then we move on finally to the primetime game, Sunday night game, the Green Bay Packers going to Minnesota. I believe, this is the first home game, the first game of the new stadium for the Minnesota Vikings. And Sam Bradford, I believe, will be starting this game. Excellent. Against the Packers. Packers, offensively, we all know how much of a juggernaut they are. Defensively is obviously, I think, their weakness. Defensively, the polar opposite of the Vikings, in my opinion. Their offense is kind of meh, but their defense is rather strong. But I do think offense will prevail here, and I think the Packers will win. And then finally move on to the Monday Night Football game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Eagles, all I'm going to say is your team got lucky last week against the Browns because you're facing the Browns. And the Bears, they looked pathetic in the second half against the Texans. I don't care how good that defense is. That looked pathetic. Almost as bad as the Rams. Look at the Rams. At least you got scored in the first half. It's more than what the Rams did. But nonetheless, I do think the Bears will win here, surprisingly enough. Yes, I do think the Bears overall are a better team than the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think with being a primetime Monday night game, I think that might mess up Carson Wentz's head a little bit. So I think the Bears will win. And guys, whew, there we go. So, I hope you guys enjoyed week 2 of my NFL prediction videos. Comment down below if you have any picks or any stretch of imagination. Subscribe if you have not. Follow me on Twitter. The link will be down in the description box. And also check out webpodgames.com for exclusive, fun online gaming. Which, by the way, Halloween season's around the corner. So guess what? It's a lot of cool, kind of scary Halloween games on there. If you want to check it out, it's free. No viruses, no downloading, no becoming a member, no paying it. It's for free. Calm down. Anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out. Peace.